Yeah, we're going to talk about Alexi Giannoulias next week in our Chicago mayoral candidate spotlight. Enough about the past, enough about the future. Let's look at the present. Let's talk about our Chicago mayor, one Brandon Johnson.
People mocked President Johnson, and we ended up with Richard Nixon.
Okay, quit.
When did he say that? I remember that. I just can't remember when he said it. And we ended up with Richard Nixon. I remember when he said that.
Thank you, as my daughter says. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, take it from me, Mayor Johnson. Don't make references that before, I don't know what year now, 2012. It just, you lose everyone, okay? Then you have to explain to the people, don't get the reference, who they're referring to. Then you get irritate people who actually know it. You ever notice that, Dave? Like, I know. Okay, when I say to a guest, you probably don't know. I know. I'm like, okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure you knew who Richard Nixon was. I'm well aware.
So our Chicago mayor had, I'd say, an unreal week. He traveled to Washington, D.C. on Wednesday. I'm not sure if he did any sightseeing because he was there to testify before Congress about the city's sanctuary policies. But he did not go alone. Alongside Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson were mayors from Boston, Denver, and New York. Those are all Democratic cities. And yes, all Democratic cities who had some guts to push back a little bit on the president's immigration plan. Also joining Mayor Johnson, it was the Democratic Mayor Michelle Wu of Boston. Ben, can you name who the Democratic Mayor of Denver is? You know the name?
Oh, yeah, Johnson. No, it's not Mike Johnson. It's something Johnson.
Oh, you're so close. We're going to give it to you. It's Mike Johnston with a T.
Johnston, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Michelle Wu of Boston, Democratic Mayor Mike Johnston of Denver, and joining as well, just barely, and I mean barely, Democratic Mayor of New York, Eric Adams. Quick recap on Adams now. He may or may not have cut a deal with President Trump going into this immigration hearing, and he may or may not have a MAGA hat on his save for later list on Amazon. Because although Adams says there was no quid pro quo with the president, the New York mayor was indicted in 2024 on conspiracy to defraud the United States, wire fraud, 2 counts of soliciting campaign contributions from foreign nationals, and 1 count of soliciting and accepting a bribe. You know, all the stuff that good politicians do.
So I will say this about Eric Adams in that hearing. Eric Adams has, whether he has officially or formally left the Democratic Party, and I don't believe he's officially left it, in the minds of everybody who follows politics, he is a MAGA man. And so at the congressional hearing, it was the Republicans, the MAGA people, who were praising him and easy with him in the questions and praising, oh, I love your suit, Mayor Adams.